Hello, my name is Gus, but you can call me BATGUS. We are back with our Batman the Animated Series episodes commentaries. And today's episode is going to be a two-parter called Robin's Reckoning. That's right, that's an episode focused on the character Robin, showing his origins and how he joins the battle against crime with his partner Batman. So, without wasting time, I'm going to do a countdown so we can watch the episode together. And if you are watching your DVD box set, Blu-ray box set, or streaming service with Batman the Animated Series, you can count with me and play, all right? So this is going to be part one, okay, of the two-parter episode. And then we're going to do part two in the following week, all right? So let's go in 3, 2, 1, play. So the Warner Bros. Logo is on the screen. And this is one of the most famous Batman, the Animated Series episodes, because it's really well written and it has a very serious tone and really introduces the character Robin, Dick Grayson as Robin, the first Robin in the history of the TV show. In a very dramatic and powerful way, right? So we're going to see that he was another soul that was victim of a crime just like Batman and had his parents murdered. I believe that Dick Grayson's origin as Robin is very well known, and it's a really important part of Batman lore in his history, right? And of course, Robin has been part of the show before. He had a casual appearance in one episode only, or 2 episodes actually. The Christmas with the Joker that we didn't comment, and we will comment eventually in here in the channel, but I chose to skip that one. But the other episode was Nothing to Fear, that he had the appearance of the Scarecrow, right? And he had him dealing with the Scarecrow manipulating bets in sports, right? So it was not a very strong episode, but we did have Robin before in the show, and we already knew of his existence in this mythology of the cartoon. It's often said that he is a student in the university, so since he is in the University of Gotham regularly, he cannot join Batman with frequency in his night outs fighting crime. So eventually, when Dick Grayson gets a vacations, right, from the university, he's able to join Batman in the nights of battling crime. And the first scene of the episode is very cool because it shows the pair working together, their dynamic as a duo, and it shows their how can I say it? Their relationship, their partnership relationship that is so charismatic in a way, right? You can see that for Robin being this kid yet, he's not a teenager anymore. I guess he's like something like 17 or 18 years old by this time of the show. He has this youthful and fun dynamic in his character, and Batman is the one who has to take care of him. And in the beginning of the episode, when they're gonna bust a criminal exchange in this construction site, you can see that Batman tells him, "Let's go by the numbers, Robin. No crazy stupid things. So Batman is the father figure, right? And or at least the older brother figure who has to take care of the younger one. It's a very well animated episode. We have this first scene of Batman and Robin fighting these goons on the construction site is really fun and really well done. And eventually at the end of the fight, which is a cool fight, by the way, the goons use some devices of construction against them, like a nail gun or things like that. In the end of the fight, one of them gets hanged on a metal bar of the construction site, and he's about to fall, and Batman plays with him and kind of provokes him to tell him the information, and then the goon gives him information that somehow Batman doesn't like to receive, or at least he receives a name. The guy tells him a name of a criminal boss that he has some relation and is directly connected to the story of Robin, but Robin doesn't know that yet. So he asks Robin to leave and go to the Batmobile while he demands more information from the goon, because this name that he told him is a bad sign for Batman and Robin in the case. And Robin feels confused and doesn't know why Batman is acting so strange after he heard that name. So Batman takes Robin back to the Batcave, and he leaves again in the Batmobile without giving too much explanation of what's going on. And Robin again feels confused and kind of betrayed, and you know, the regular behavior of Robin, of being a rebel or a rebel son that demands, you know, Batman to respect him and treat him like a adult, or treat him like a real partner, right? That deserves to know the whole truth, deserves to have transparency in their relationship. But as usual, Batman sometimes keeps some secrets to himself. And now in their relationship, in this phase of their relationship, Batman is still, they still have a good father and son relationship, nothing too rough or nothing too, how can I say, serious, right? Because eventually in the show, and this is really well portrayed in the next seasons of Batman the Animated Series, their relationship is gonna sour pretty badly, and but they're not at that point yet. They still have a good relationship. And then Robin, he decides to take matters on his own and investigates on the Batcomputer the name of the guy, the name that the goon of the construction site gave them, and he gets to the real name, or at least the name that he heard is a alias for another name of a famous crime boss called Tony Zuko. And famously, Tony Zuko is the responsible for the death of the Graysons on the circus. And then this is where the episode goes back in time to shows us a flashback of his youth, right? Of the Dick Grayson's youth, and him working at the circus as a acrobatic with his family, the classic Robin's origin. And it's a very emotional and cool scene. I think is a very kind introduction and really sweet, introduction of the character in the circus and his family. His elephant that is his friend, and all the people that lives around him and his parents. And then we see Tony Zuko trying to sell services of to the owner of the circus, but his services are dirty, right? They are basically protect the circus from criminals, and then he offers his services to the circus owner, but the circus owner really doesn't want to know, and takes him out of the place with a whip, which is very funny. And there is this idea that Tony Zuko is kind of like if we think about the dynamics of the Godfather, the movie Godfather, in the family of the Godfather, he's like the Fredo character of that family. If you don't remember, Fredo is this coward's member of the family that is nobody respects him, and he is the black sheep of the family that everybody despises, right? Especially the major players in the gangster world. But anyway, so since the Tony Zuko couldn't sell his services to the circus owner, he decides to take matters to his own hands and take revenge on the circus, and he cuts a rope that is going to be used by the Flying Graysons to do their acrobatics. And the rope, since the rope is a little cut, it's not cut completely, but is halfway cut, and it's tearing itself with the weights of the acrobatics of his parents, and eventually the rope breaks, and in this very, very discreet and kind of, I would say poetic, but in this very well-directed scene, it is the death of the Flying Graces is implied with, we see their shadows swinging on the tent of the circus, right? Reflected on the tent of the circus, and then we just hear the audience going whoa, and then we see the rope cuts flying back into the frame of the shot, and we understand pretty quickly that what happened, right? And as usual, as is pretty well known in this origin story, Bruce Wayne is in the circus watching the presentation, and he sees the whole thing, including the fact that the little boy Grayson got orphaned. We also see Commissioner Gordon and Detective Bullock in the past, way more younger. Commissioner Gordon has red hair and not white. I suppose this takes place like 10 years prior to the scene to the current times with Robin. But we also see Detective Bullock in his police clothes, right? He still is he's not a detective yet, right? He's a Gotham police officer. So Bruce Wayne takes the boy Grayson to his house to adopt him, at least for some time. He didn't want to just leave the boy to the social services, so he brought Dick Grayson home. And we have this very kind and connecting scene with Bruce talking to Grayson and trying to assure him of that everything will be okay in the mansion. And then but as usual, the boy feels terrible for being in this huge mansion that is empty and kind of lifeless, right? It's a very sad story and very important part in the Batman lore, like I said, because it explains why he took these kids under his wing to become a vigilante as well, because he sees, this is the idea of this whole origin story. Bruce Wayne sees himself in Dick, and it's a very powerful connection that they both have with the sad deaths of their parents, and this connection it's so powerful and goes so deep into the Batman's soul that he must do something for this boy. So this is where we go on from now. And then we also see Batman having flashbacks of the time where he started, when he brought Dick to his house, but then he also started to investigate the criminal underworld to find Tony Zuko, because now he wants revenge against what he did to the kid's family. So we see Bruce as Mattis Malone. He's disguised as a homeless guy, talking to some goons on an alley, a dark alley of Gotham, and he fights the goons, trying to get the information of where Tony Zuko is. And it's a very cool scene. Something that is interesting is a little diversion from what we're speaking, but this origin story, portrayed here in the animation, I think it really played a part in the narrative that the movie Batman Forever took to introduce Robin as well. Because even though Robin in that movie, everybody complains that, Chris O'Donnell is like 30 years old almost as Robin. But anyway, I think the element of Robin in that movie is probably one of the best elements of that movie. In my opinion, the introduction of Robin in the movie is played pretty straightforward, just like here, and except for the fact that we don't have Tony Zuko there. We have Two-Face Harvey Dent being the one who killed the kids' parents, which, okay, it kind of makes sense to connect the villain of that movie with Robin, but anyway, I really like the Robin's introduction in that movie and the whole relation he has with Batman. I think is one of the best parts of that movie. So anyway, Batman here is still in the flashback. He goes after Stromwell. If you remember Stromwell, he's one of the biggest gangsters of Gotham, and he's the uncle of Tony Zuko. That it is revealed that here. So Batman pays him a visit to ask where Zuko is. He tries to demand the information, but Stromwell says that he doesn't know. So Batman leaves, but he lets a device to record the conversations inside the house. So he actually pretends to leave, but doesn't. So Tony Zuko appears to talk with his uncle, and like I said, he's this character that is despised by everyone. So Stromwell hits him with a newspaper, like a kid, right? Like a the prick that he is. So, and then eventually we have Zuko trying to escape from the house in his car, and Batman fights some goons outside with machine guns. So Tony Zuko tries to run him over with the car, and it's a very well done scene, very well animated, perfectly animated yet, and we see Batman going to the hood and having this little chase. It's pretty cool. But eventually Zuko escapes and Batman returns to the Batcave, and we see that he wears a old uniform of Batman that doesn't have the yellow circle around the bat symbol, right? He is almost like a nod to the older versions of Batman in the comics, where he didn't wear the suit with the yellow circle around the bat. So it's a pretty cool element here. Then Alfred tells Bruce that Dick Grayson needs him as Bruce Wayne because he's feeling so alone, because Bruce is always out trying to, investigate the whole Zuko thing. So we have another great and emotional moment with Bruce going to talk with Dick and telling him the story of his own parents and what happened. So this is where both really connect and really almost like two soulmates, but not in the way you're thinking, okay? Not in a joking way. They really are these two souls that tortured souls that need to live together now and help each other, right? And this is what happens. So then we go back to the current times, and to contrast the previous scene where both were having this connection, we now have them fighting or arguing in the radio, especially because of the whole Zuko case. And the episode, the first part, finishes with Robin taking the motorcycle, and going after Zuko himself and leaving the Batcave. So this is where we're gonna go to the next episode that we're gonna comment very soon here in the channel. So if you are liking this content, please don't forget to leave a like in this commentary and subscribe to the channel, of course, for more Batman content. All right? See you in the next Bat video, and bye-bye.